Welcome to Dateline Polk with news about your county government. I'm your host, Steve Barnes. Today you'll learn about County Commission actions from the October 3rd board meeting. With the new fiscal year came a new set of legislative priorities, which the board approved on Tuesday. In its 2018 legislative session priorities, the board made its stance clear that it will support local control, oppose unfunded mandates from the state legislature, and support funding for the new Bartow Northern Connector Phase 2 and construction of the Central Polk Parkway Phase 1. The board also had some routine work of approving contracts, which also included a modification to the consultant agreement with ACOM Technical Services Incorporated for the US 27 at Access Road Northwest intersection improvement, and was approved by the board on Tuesday.
Today we brought before the board a consultant services authorization agreement that modified for construction, engineering, and inspection with AECOM for the signalization of the intersection of Highway 27 and the access road up at I-4 and 27. This is associated with the Walmart distribution facilities that were recently built up there to allow them better access and traffic flow through that intersection. And so the hope is that that will become a safer intersection due to the increased truck traffic that we anticipate from the Walmart facility.
The board approved a contract with Tri-County Human Services for continued integrated behavioral health care, which is not to exceed $400,000. The service to be provided includes psychiatric evaluations, medication management, individual and family therapy, case management, and treatment plans. Another contract with Tri-County Human Services also was renewed by the board Tuesday for its men's residential program, which is not to cost more than $800,000 annually. The program will provide substance abuse education, relapse prevention, mental health treatment, group, individual, and family therapy, life skills, job skills, career training, and transportation assistance. During the county attorney's portion, the board approved a settlement agreement with Coventry Healthcare of Florida Incorporated. In the settlement agreement, the county will be paid about $289,000. In other news, the board recognized Nelson Kirkland and Timothy Pospical for their years of dedicated service to the Polk County Historical Commission.
Yeah, so the Polk County Historical Commission and the Polk County History Center, certainly a lot of people probably don't know about it. We're really fortunate to have it. It's over in the old Bartow Polk County Courthouse here in Bartow, and they keep history alive. You know, one of the things about history for most people is it's either something that you take in high school or it's what happened yesterday. But there's an old quote, if you don't know history, you're doomed to repeat it. And so, you know, we keep the staff and the fellow commissioners over at the Polk County History Museum keep history alive so our kids can learn from it. As well as you know, young adults and so forth. So it was my history. It was my personal pleasure to serve, and I guess today was my last day doing that. So thank you so much.
And I'm retiring out of the Polk County Historical Commission here located in Bartow. I've been a member for over 9 years. It's been a great experience. I've got to work with wonderful people. The importance of this commission is that we save history for our young people and for our older people too. It's run by a great team over at the museum. Murtis Young and her staff, they do a fantastic job. I'd like to thank them for all that they do for our county, and I would like to thank our Polk County commissioners for making the money available to keep this situation open, keep the museum open, keeping it funded, and keeping people interested in it, because history is a very important part of our lives, and if we fail to remember, we will repeat it. This was mentioned earlier today, but it's been a great honor to serve Polk County. I'm very honored to have served. Thank you.
October 2017 was proclaimed as National Red Ribbon Month. Donna Swigert, representing Interact Alliance, accepted the proclamation.
We're here to celebrate Red Ribbon Month, and we have our big upcoming event on November 11th, and that is a chance for our students in Polk County schools to participate in a fun run. They can come free of charge at Lake Mirror Center and run in a race and just have a great day. And it's also our biggest fundraiser, so we're asking for our adults to come out and participate in the 5K and the half marathon. We also have other events that are going on. On October 16th, we have our big Own the Upside summit that's coming. It's a great way to educate yourself about current drug trends. We also have our National Medication Take Back Day, which will be on October 28th. You can go to the local police departments. The 8 local police departments are participating, and you can turn in unwanted expired medications. Also, this Saturday we have our upcoming Project Homecoming event, and we are encouraging all of our Polk high school students to come out and get a free prom dress. They can come and get a prom dress free of charge. They just have to sign a pledge of sobriety the night of homecoming.
October 2017 was also proclaimed as Safe Sleep Awareness Month. David Acevedo, representing the Children's Advocacy Center, accepted the proclamation.
Today we came by to receive a proclamation for Safe Sleep Awareness Month. And I know that safe sleep is not a topic that everybody likes to talk about because it involves babies dying, and babies dying is sad. And it's sad that the majority of the cases that I come across on my desk are cases where well-intentioned parents just simply fail to follow safe sleep practices. And it's sad, and every time I see a baby die, it breaks my heart, and it breaks the heart of everybody that's involved in my Safe Sleep Committee, because we know that these deaths are 100% preventable. But we can all make a difference. You can go out there and talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents, talk to your daycare. Make sure that they understand the ABCs of safe sleep, which are to ensure that babies are sleeping alone, not bed sharing, and that babies are sleeping on their backs, not on their bellies, and to make sure that babies are sleeping in their cribs. That is clutter-free and without the stuffed animals, the boppy pillows, or the soft blankets, because that's the safest way for babies to sleep. And I know that if we all work together, we can get this preventable death count down to 0. And so, thank you.
Brad Dantzler was reappointed to serve on the Tourist Development Council for a 4-year term, which expires in March 2021. In public hearings, during the afternoon session, the board held several public hearings on a variety of items. Those items up for consideration included: the board approved an applicant-initiated ordinance to amend Chapter 3, Section 303 of the Land Development Code regarding the timing in which commercial portions of a residentially based mixed-use development may be constructed before residential development begins. The first hearing on a Land Development Code amendment for the North Ridge Selected Area Plan was held, but the board took no action. The amendment would include BPC-2X subdistrict standards in the tables for use, dimensional regulations, and density limits. A large-scale comprehensive plan amendment to change the future land use designation on about 18 acres of land from residential low to residential high on 9.1 acres, and from residential low to linear commercial on 9.2 acres. It was approved by the board Tuesday. The property is in North Lakeland near US 98. Newly proposed development in the preserve at Lake Ashton received a green light from the board Tuesday on a large-scale comprehensive plan amendment, which changes the future land use designation on nearly 19 acres from agricultural residential rural in the rural development area to residential high and residential low in the urban growth area. In a second matter, the board also approved a subdistrict change from residential low 1 to residential low 4 on 9.77 acres in the urban growth area. A large-scale comprehensive plan amendment to change the future land use on 90 acres owned by Triple Canopy Ranch from agricultural residential rural to leisure recreation was adopted by the board Tuesday. The board also approved a conditional use on the property owned by Triple Canopy Ranch, which was previously mentioned, that will allow the owners to serve alcohol on the property during events that have more than 1,000 people. A large-scale comprehensive plan amendment to change the future land use of nearly 20 acres in North Lakeland from residential suburban to residential low. The property is on east side of US 98. The board also took several steps Tuesday to change how soil manufacturing is approved and conducted in Polk. The first measure, a large-scale comprehensive plan text amendment, makes soil manufacturing a solid waste management facility. And in the second hearing, the board approved a land development code text amendment to make soil manufacturing a solid waste management facility. The board approved an ordinance that removes soil manufacturing as an exemption in the Polk County Solid Waste Management Facility Siting and Operation Ordinance. Well, that wraps up this edition of Dateline Polk. To keep current with programs and progress in the county, visit us online at polk-county.net or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We encourage you to join us at the next scheduled board meeting at 9 a.m., Tuesday, October 17th. I'm Steve Barnes. Thanks for watching.